Bonjour and welcome back to a new session of Learning French with Merlyn. We will be looking into pronunciation and vocabulary building, and in this session we'll particularly be looking at numbers. So this is part 2 of our numbers session where we will be going from numbers 70 to 100 and beyond. Before we begin, I hope you have already watched the previous video where we spoke from numbers 0 to 70. And so let's have a small recap beginning with this number. So this is 21. We had seen this earlier. 21. 17. 35. Very good. 35. Here are 3 more numbers we'll be looking at in this recap session. 67 is 67. 67. 68 is 68. 69 is 69. Now we go to the actual class. So 70 can be written as 60 plus 10. So now how do you say 60 in French? 60. How do you say 10? 10. So 70 is 70. So consider 60 to be your base. Okay? So what do you add to 60 to get 71? 60 plus 11 gives you 71. 71. What about 72? 72. 73. 73. 74. 74. 75. 75. So you can see that 60 is repeated everywhere here. To get 70, what you do is you have 60 and add the other numbers. So we have 60 plus 11, 60 plus 12, 60 plus 13. That's how it goes. 76. 76. 77. 77. So if you break it, look at it. The set is 10 and 7. Right? 10 and 7 was 17. Now what you're doing is you are saying 60 plus 17 is 77. So when you literally translate it, it's 60 plus 10 plus 7. Okay, so 77 is 77. 78. 78. 79. 79. You would think that, okay, so now I've got the hang of it. So 80 must be 60 and 20. So you would think it could be 60-20, but it's not. Okay, so that's a mistake. 80 is again different, but it's logical. So from 70 to 100 is very logical for the French. 80 is 4 times 20. What is 4 into 20? Right, that's 80. So how do you say 4 in French? 4. And 20 is 20. That's how you say 80 in French. So 80. That's 80. And how do you say 81? 81. How do you say 82? 82. So if you literally translate it, what is it? 4 times 20 plus 2. That will be 82. What about 83? 83. 83. 84. 84. And what is 90? Any guesses? Would it be 60 plus 30 or would it be 80 plus 10? Those who guessed 80 plus 10, bravo! So you have 90. So 80 is 80, which is actually 4 times 20. And then you add 10 to it for 90. See, you don't have to learn any new words. Like in English, it's different. It's 70, 80, 90. You need to learn different words. Whereas the French have actually played with the numbers that already exist. 91 is 80 plus 11. So you have 91. What about 92? 92. 93. 93. 94. 94. 95. 95. 96. 96. 97, 97. Looks too huge, right? But you can actually differentiate it. You can break it down. Look at it. 97 is 97. 4 means 4. 20 is 20. 10 is 10. And 7 is 7. So 4 times 20 plus 10 plus 7. See, when I do this, it sounds very complicated, but actually you just need to know numbers from 1 to 20. You would have realized it now. So 97 is 97. What about 98? You try it. 98. 99. 99. And how do you say 100? Are you thinking of maybe 60 plus 40 or 80 plus 20 or maybe 50 plus 50? It's actually very simple. It's song. We also saw this word somewhere else. When we looked at currency, we saw that there were euros and centimes. And centimes were also called cent. Centime or cent can be those small coins that you see, which is like a paise in India, but it can also mean 100. How do you say 200? Break it. 200. 2 is deux and 100 is cent. So you have deux cents. What about 300? 3 is trois and 100 is cent. Okay? So you have 200, 300 and it keeps continuing like that. Let's look at 900. 9 is neuf, neuf and 100 is cent. So you have 900. What about 1000? 1000 is mille. So you learned 100 was cent and 1000 is mille. Same logic, just use the same logic. How do you say 2000? 2000 is deux mille. Deux mille. Now let's try looking at the current year. 2000 is deux mille. And what is 20? 20 is 20. So which year are we in now? 2020. Now I'm introducing two more words. So you know that année means year. So we learnt les mois de l'année. You remember the months of the year. Now I'm introducing two more words, which is dernier and prochain. So if it is masculine, it is dernier and prochain. If it is feminine, it will be dernière and prochaine. Okay, année is feminine. So you will use the feminine version to describe it. Dernière and prochaine. Année dernière or l'année dernière means the previous year. Dernière is previous. Prochaine is next. So I can say l'année dernière, which means last year or the previous year. And I can say l'année prochaine means next year. Currently we are in 2020, right? What was l'année dernière? L'année dernière was 2019. L'année prochaine, what will it be? It will be 2021. Now let's not look at 2000s because it's somewhat easier. How do you say 1985 in French? Let's just break it. It's very simple. 1985 can be written as 1985. So here we'll be looking at 1000 first. 1000 is 1000. 900 is 900. 85 is 85. So now combine everything and read them together. We have 1985. Let's look at 1897. Okay, because it's a little complicated and you will freak out when you see this, but it's actually very simple. Break it. 1897. 1000 is 1000. 800 is 800. And what is 97? 97. Now combine everything together. 1897. Now that we know our numbers from 1 to 100, and I'm guessing no one's really older than that here. So we will be looking at your age. Okay, so how would someone ask you what your age is? Quel âge as-tu? And your answer will be j'ai, whatever your age is, ans. This is Clara. And I'm going to ask her, quel âge as-tu, Clara? And her answer will be, j'ai 19 ans. So now if I ask you, quel âge as-tu? Your answer would be, pause and try saying out your answer in French. So we learned these words before, père and mère. Quel âge a ton père? And your answer would be, mon père a, whatever his age is, ans. Let's just look at this. Ton and mon, you will see these in possessive pronouns. We'll look at it later. It means what's your father's age. Mon père, that means my father. My father is so many years old, okay? Let's look at another one. Quel âge a ta mère? And your answer will be, ma mère a, whatever her age is, ans. You can go ahead and ask your friends, quel âge a ton père? Quel âge a ta mère? And all these, okay? Well, so we've learned numéro en français, and we've also learned years. So now that you know months and you know how to say numbers and you know years, let's try saying when you were born. For example, if Clara was born on 19th June 1975, okay, what would it be in French? It would be 19 juin 1975. So now you try. When were you born? With that, we're ending this session. I hope you had fun. Just wanted to add that the way I'm teaching you is the way I was taught in France. It's a very methodical way and it's proved and tested on me. So I assure you that you will be able to speak French and you are learning a lot of words and a lot of things in a very short amount of time without using any books. So let's have fun and let's continue learning like this. À bientôt. Au revoir.